Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight, and in some developments coming in from a brewing controversy from the industrial corridor of Chennai. Now, Hyundai Motors has come out to deny any and all charges of duty evasion. The company in a press release stated that Hyundai Motors will challenge the show cause notice served by the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. Now, Hyundai had been accused of duty evasion to the extent of 266 crore rupees in the import of automobile components. Now, the company has denied any misdeclaration or suppression of information. And more from the city now. The 13th edition of the Citizens Run gathered momentum this evening. Hundreds of people from different age groups and from different backgrounds joined in the run for the lesser-known voices of NGOs. Now, the beneficiaries of this run will be the lesser-known organizations working for overlooked pockets of population. Now, this endeavor was backed by corporate heavyweights such as Ford, Nokia and Miotte Hospitals. And over the course of the 6-kilometer run, a music and dance troupe from John Brito's kept the participants in high spirits.
Today has been the 13th year of the Citizens Run, and it is a lucky 13th indeed. We've had more than 7,000 people gather and participate. We've identified with due diligence 4 well-deserving NGOs, and they will be the beneficiaries.
From local to national news now, a day before Parliament resumes, BJP top leaders met to discuss the top government auditor's report on the Commonwealth Games. Now, the BJP chalked out a strategy to take on the government over various issues that have emerged out of the CAG report. Now, NDTV has learnt that the BJP may demand a discussion on the CAG report and target the government over Kalmadi's appointment as the Commonwealth Game Organising Committee chief, for which the CAG report has blamed the Prime Minister's office. Now, Sports Minister Ajay Markan had issued a clarification on the CAG report in the Parliament, but the BJP now says that he misled the House. Now, in what could be an ecological threat to the Mumbai coast, oil has been leaking from the sunken cargo vessel MV Rak. Now, earlier this week, the ship sank off the coast of Mumbai with 60,000 metric tons of coal, 290 tons of fuel oil and 50 tons of diesel on board. Now, authorities have been directed to tell fishermen to refrain from fishing in the affected areas. Meanwhile, the State Pollution Control Board has been asked to collect and check samples of the oil spill. Now, you've heard and seen cases of students getting fake caste certificates to get admissions in colleges. Well, now, one need not go through that process now. There's an easier way. Now, enroll in a private learning center affiliated to a university and pay up. Even a PhD degree can be acquired in this fashion. Take a look at this shocking report.
मतलब अभी जुलाई है तो अभी हो गए?
अब तो हाँ 23 से स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं।
ओके, तो एक चीज़ बताओ, एग्ज़ाम का जैसे मैं अभी हूँ के एयरपोर्ट में ना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे हूँ, तो बड़ा कम टाइम होता है।
एग्जाम में बुक आगे रख के कर सकते हो, हम लोगों ने कोई हेल्प नहीं करनी, आप अपनी बुक में से कर सकते हो।
अच्छा, तो जैसे मैं साल भर अभी पढ़ता नहीं हूँ तो मुझे वो भी तो नहीं पता होगा ना कौन सा क्वेश्चन है।
वो तो आपको एक बार तो देखना, वहाँ पर और स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं तो आपस में ना स्टूडेंट्स बैठते हुए कर लेते हैं कि मैं ये क्वेश्चन ढूंढ लेता बुक में से, तुम ये ढूंढ लो, तो वो आप लोग आपस में जब कर लेते हो तो फिर ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होता उसमें ढूंढने में।
12th करी थी, काफ़ी गैप हो गया 7-8 साल।
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
Want a BA, BSc or even PhD degree without eligibility, willingness to study, attendance or even exams? NDTV takes you inside the great education bazaar, the mushrooming private universities of India, offering lakhs of degrees across the table every year for a fee and a bribe.
The best way, we are told, is to go to a study center in your town, an admission, counseling and distant education outlet that represents one or more private universities in different parts of the country. Study centers that are owned by private individuals and are at the core of this multi-crore racket that runs with ease in this degree-hungry country.
जैसे मेरी जगह दूसरा बंदा पेपर देगा तो कहीं उसकी प्रॉब्लम
वो आपने देखना है, वहाँ पर कोई जाके प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी, लेकिन आपके सिग्नेचर्स की प्रॉब्लम आपने देखनी है। तो अगर आप तो सिंपल लिखते हो तो कोई भी कर देगा, अगर आप
बहुत तो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड करते हो
मैं ज़्यादा फ्रेंड से करता हूँ
तो वो तो कोई नहीं कर सकता तुम, उसमें प्रॉब्लम आती है।
ये कब से, अभी इस ईयर में होगा, नेक्स्ट ईयर में होगा?
नहीं, अब तो नेक्स्ट में होगा, इस ईयर में पॉसिबल नहीं है।
Well, moving ahead now, reaction was mixed on the streets of New York as word spread of the US credit rating that was downgraded. Now, Standard & Poor's, the company that said it is issuing a negative outlook, meaning that there was chance it will lower the rating again in the next 2 years. A downgrade a notch lower to AA will occur if the agency sees a smaller reduction in spending than the Congress and the administration have agreed to. Now, this will, of course, make interest rates higher and new fiscal pressures during this period. India Inc. meanwhile has seen a mixed reaction coming in on the S&P data. Well, at least 30 US troops, including 20 SEALs, have been killed when a NATO helicopter was shot down in Afghanistan. Now, the US Navy SEALs were members of the elite team of 6 counter-terrorism unit that killed the most wanted terrorist Osama bin Laden in Pakistan earlier this year. Now, this attack is said to be the deadliest single incident for foreign troops in 10 years of war in Afghanistan. Now, reports suggest that the Taliban quickly claimed to have shot down the helicopter during a firefight. 7 Afghan commandos on board were also killed. Well, riots have erupted in North London after hundreds of people protested against the killing of a local man by the police. Now, petrol bombs were hurled at the police and a number of vehicles were set afire as demonstrators clashed with the police. We'll do a small break now, but even as a 10-year-old girl poses for the cover of a popular magazine, the act has sparked off outrage. We get you all the reactions on the other side. Keep watching.